Hi everybody, it's about 8:10 Central Standard Time in the morning. It's Friday, the 5th of April 2024. Um, Remember, I am a clairvoyant clairaudient, so everything is for entertainment purposes only, so do your own research, form your own opinion. Um, the tip jar and buy me a coffee info is in the box also with a full disclaimer. And let's just get going because yeah, I filmed this in the morning. It's going to be going up at 4:30 Central Standard Time today, so kind of getting back into the swing of things. Yes, I went yesterday and had the stitches removed, and I did take pictures, but it's like it looks like a long line and it's kind of scabby, so it's kind of ugh. But the one thing I have noticed is that I have been able to walk a little bit better and bend my foot. So it's just getting back to walking normally. And because I no longer have that tension there from the stitches. And it's going to take a while to get back to normal. But I go back and see the doctor again first week of May. And let's see how things go. It's just each day it gets a little bit better. And last night I can say I slept pretty well. I didn't wake up with uncontrollable itching like I have been. So that's a good thing. So I actually got to sleep from about 9:30 p.m. till about 5 o'clock this morning. So yeah, I got a good 6+ hours of sleep last night, which is a good thing. And it was restful sleep. So yeah. So now I know a lot of people watched Avid Gardener's uh video that went up yesterday at for me it was 4 a.m. It was like a normal time for everybody across the pond, where she had did an interview with Lady C. Now that it was a wonderful video, but I just kind of I said hello to everybody, but I just kind of lurked and watched and listened, and something that popped up if you look at the chat stream, you can click the three dots and you can find out who the participants are, but you can also give a timestamp for what time in the video certain comments are made. Now, at the 4-minute 34-second mark, someone made a comment about the Z guy. Well, I've done some more digging, and certain news outlets that I would say are more towards the left-wing nonsense have put out in the public eye that the Z guy from the blue and yellow flag country has basically dropped more than 20 million US dollars to purchase the Highgrove estate. Now, this is kind of questionable. Why is Zelensky buying the estate which is the childhood home of Prince William and Henry the Idiot? Now, these are being put out by the lefty news agencies. They're saying, yeah, he bought it from the Duchy of Cornwall and all that stuff. But I'm looking for more information, because it's not for Zelensky to make these plans. What's going on? How much money has Zelensky embezzled? And why is he then going to a non-EU country trying to buy property? I mean, if he needs, is it that if he doesn't, he knows he's got his ass, he's basically embezzled, screwed up, and he knows if he goes to a country that's affiliated with NATO, the EU, or BRICS, he'll be extradited back to the Ukraine to be pulled up on war crimes? So, he's allegedly buying property and going to one of the very few non-EU countries close to Europe, and that's the UK. And why is he, I mean, if he really wanted to lay low, why didn't he just buy some little cottage out in the middle of nowhere? Why is he spending over $20 million on the Highgrove estate, allegedly? Something is really stinking. And this is a big red herring on this asshole. So I'm getting the hunch that, yeah, the Ukraine, the blue and yellow flag country, is going to basically have its own version of the Appomattox courthouse. And they're going to concede to defeat. Just like right now on the border of like Albania and another one of these former satellite countries, there's a whole section where several towns are involved and they're fighting over what country they belong to. Now, the two governments are duking it out, but no one has asked any of the village residents. And the village residents on that Albanian and it's satellite stand country, they're getting ready. They're forming their own local militias. And it's funny, Albania more leans towards acceptance of people of all faiths, where this former satellite country could most possibly be the source of those guys that went crazy at that Moscow concert hall. So we've got a lot of upset going on in that subcontinent, Eastern Asian area. It's getting whacked. And we got to pay attention because we know we've heard this stuff about the evil empire of Tehran, Iran, giving Israel 48 hours. But that announcement basically was the formal announcement that World War III has kicked off. Now, people need to keep their eye out. It's like the evil empire of Tehran is now going off and stating they're actually at war with everyone who doesn't agree with them. Now, when I talked on Wednesday about how I accidentally, when I was putting my notes together, I wrote down 2/3, February 3rd. It clicked in my brain when I was checking my calendar today that the 23rd of this month starts Passover. Something horrible is going to be kicking off. A lot of synagogues and stuff have like a second night Seder dinner where there's many members of the congregation attend. And it's held at a lot of the synagogues worldwide. Hold on, coffee. So, yeah. Since the evil empire of Iran-Tehran have basically declared war on Israel, basically, it's the Muslims have declared war on all the Jews. 23rd of April is Passover. Just like October 7th was a holy day. They're going to go batshit during the Jewish holidays, during the week of Passover. So if any, here in Illinois, they've already basically disregarded our requirement for a FOID card, saying that it was okay for some illegal alien, illegal idiot, to be in possession and setting off a pow-pow. Or what is it? It's like a cordless hole puncher. Anyone who has a cordless hole puncher, doesn't matter if you have a CCP concealed carry card. Go to the range, fire off a couple rounds, and then go to your synagogue before you go home. You can, I'm not saying, but you might want to go to the practice and right before you head over to your congregational gathering. Okay? It may be needed. Well, if poop happens, I may end up getting some apologies from some stupid ass demon quacks that may be like, oh my gosh, she was right all along. Now, of course, this weekend everyone is going. It's been pumped up for several weeks now about the eclipse. And I keep seeing news articles about how different hotels had, tour operators booked out these hotels like 12 to 18 months in advance, a long time ago. And they've signed contracts with the hotels. Well, the hotel, I guess, sales department really wasn't on the ball for a lot of these places. And they're now canceling a signed contract because they realize, oh my gosh, we booked these rooms out at this dollar amount when we're right in the path of the eclipse. We could be getting like 3 to 4 or 5 times what we booked the room rate out at. Well, these hotel organizations, corporations, because they are now breaking the contracts with these tour operators, many of these corporate hotels are going to end up in court. And I think some of it, one of the people that is going to get their ass bitten big time is Illinois Governor Pugsley Putzker, because he is the owner of Hyatt Corporation, Hyatt Hotels. It's just going to show how greedy the fat, obese idiot is. And I know that other channels are they're kind of spreading fear, saying, oh, if you're in the path, get ready because all these people are descending on your area now, and all the grocery stores are going to be wiped out. And some people are saying, oh, they're going into panic mode. They're bringing out the National Guard. They're prepping for all sorts of crazy shit. Well, and they're calling it a national emergency in some towns. I could say, okay, yeah, it's a big thing in certain areas. Let the kids off school. But don't shut down don't shut down totally. You're following the mob hysteria that was promoted during 2020. They're playing games on you people. People have known that this eclipse was happening, I mean, decades ago. And they're using it to put fear into your brain. Okay, so maybe some of the grocery stores may be out of charcoal or certain beverages, but you don't need to panic. You really don't need to panic about it. So some people are saying, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. I'm like, it's a normal astrological event. Like I put in a few days ago, I put on my community page. Yeah, the eclipse can be used for good and for bad. And a good example is just go back and pull that old movie from the 1980s out called Lady Hawk and watch it. If stuff's going to be used, it's going to be done by the bad people. And it's more use your abilities to protect yourself. But we don't have to go batshit crazy about it because it's more of a psychological scare tactic. Just sit back and enjoy and watch the show. Okay? Another thing we should just sit back and watch the show as, I guess, Puff Daddies, I guess they're now pulling out the video evidence from different parties and the security information from different businesses, the recording studios, and now his bodyguards are making noise like, yeah, he would invite some other big names to his parties, basically to pull in the people who are starstruck, who are dying to meet a big name, a star. Yeah. They're now warning people, but no one's seen those videos or the photographic images yet. It's being covered up. Just like they're covering up and not releasing the information about this Miami guy. You just need to sit back and wait because they're hiding all this visual images. Because I think in that video evidence, we may see the images of a little boy called Hunter and his daddy Jojo. So they're going to hold back. We have to wait till Donald gets rehired for his job. Because that's when, as soon as he is back in his office at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, yeah, there's going to be a lot of executive orders signed right away. One of them, I'm guessing, will be giving Andy full immunity. And once he does that, everything pertaining to the Miami guy is going to come out of the closet. And that's why people are scrambling, because the donkeys are now looking for every which way that they can stay in their current positions. But right now we're looking at the state of Nebraska. Nebraska used to give a token electoral college vote to whoever didn't have the majority of the popular vote. And that could swing an election, that could swing the job interview. Well, I guess people in Nebraska are saying, nope, it's all or nothing. So it's going to be interesting, and it may end up the decision of the official delegates that will make the final decision on the job interview. Just like with all the other things, it's on different and other foreign news sources, they are making noise that they want to charge the country of Israel with war crimes against Gaza. Now, the way they had the images set up, they did show a graphic stating what countries voted yes, who voted no, and who abstained from the votes. Well, the no votes that I was actually able to say, these are the countries that are not going to hold Israel, saying that Israel did war crimes against the Gaza idiots. The no votes were Argentina, Bulgaria, Germany, Malawi, Paraguay, and there were a few others that were covered up by the news graphics, so you couldn't see everybody. A bunch of countries decided not to vote at all one way. Those are Albania, Benin, Cameroon, Costa Rica, France, Georgia, India, Japan, Montenegro, the Netherlands, Romania. They covered up whether or not which way the U.S. voted. But we've got to be careful because, the UN is just a group of people trying to shove their criminal mentality, their dictatorial ways of thinking down everybody else's throat. It's no longer a good agency. It's no longer a good group of people. That's basically like the parliament for the people who want to take over the world, seeking world domination. And of course, Barry sent Blinken over again. Yeah, it's saying we got the 3 B's. Doesn't mean Better Business Bureau. Bad Business Bureau, I would say, of Barry, Blinken, and Biden. As usual, the donkeys are refusing any assistance to Israel. The donkeys are again refusing to assist people of Jewish faith, Jewish ancestry, from persecution, just like they did 90-odd years ago. Yeah, 1930s. Soon as FDR got into office, his donkey party, his State Department, shut down the visa pathways to escape from Adolf. So again, Blinken, State Department, again, stabbing the Jews in the back. People need to be waking up. And a lot of people are. And it's ironic that the people that are waking up and saying no more were the ones that JoJo basically insulted. Yeah. People need to wake up. And people are. Especially in the big cities. The cities that have been infiltrated by the invading armies. Here, everything east of the Mississippi, we're getting the dudes from the Middle East who want to take us out. West of the Mississippi, west of the Rockies, they're getting inundated by the Chinese army. Get ready to protect. I think we're going to be, let's see what happens during Passover. So, okay, folks, I'm going to let you go. Remember that, okay, today's Friday, so good Shabbos to everybody. Sunday, the 7th, yes, at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be live, and get your questions pertaining to the eclipse ready. So we'll have a pre-eclipse prediction comment gathering, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday, April 7th. So everybody have a great weekend, and I'm looking forward to chatting with everybody on Sunday. Bye-bye.